Namaste. Tonight I'm going to read book 11, chapter 20, on the description of Brahma, Yajna, Sandhyas, etc. in the Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Suya Kodisa. Hari Om Tat Sat. The twice-born Brahmana is firstly to sip 3 times, make Achmana, then to make the Marjana, sprinkle water. Twice he is to touch the water by the right hand and sprinkle water on his 2 feet. Next, he is to sprinkle with water his head, eyes, nose, ears, heart, and head thoroughly. Then, speaking out the dusa and kala, place and time, he should commence the Brahma Yajna. Next, for the destruction of all the sins and for getting liberation, he should have the dharma, sacrificial grass, and the kusha grasses, 2 on his right hand, 3 on his left hand, 1 grass each on his seat, sacrificial thread, his tuft, and his heels. No sin can now remain in his body. I am performing this Brahma Yajna for the satisfaction of the Devata according to the Sutra. Thus thinking, he is to repeat the Gayatri thrice. Then he is to recite the following mantras. Agni Mili Puruhotam, etc. Yadam Gati Agni Vai Maha Vratan Chaiva Panta Atata Samhita Yascha Vidya Vida Maghavat Mahav Ratasya Isit Vorjetva Agna Ahayi Sano Devi Rabestaye Tasya Samam Nayo Bradhera Dech Siksam Pravaks Yami Pancha Samvat Sariti Maya Rasata Jabit Yeva Ghogma. Also he is to recite the 2 following sutras. Atato Dharma Jinasya Atato Brahma Jinasa. So I want to do this again. Atato Dharma Jinasa Atato Brahma Jinasa. Next he is to recite the mantra Tacham Yo and also the mantra Namo Brahmani Namo Stavagnaye Nama Prithivye Nama Osadhibhyo Namaha. These mantras are the famous mantras of the Rig Veda. Next perform the Deva Tarpanam. Thus, Om Prajapati Stripyatu, Om Brahma Stripyatu, Om Vedas Tripyantu, Om Vrisa Yastri Payantu, Om Deva Stripyantu, Om Sarvani Chandamasi Tripyantu, Om Kara Stripyatu, Om Vasat Kara Stripyatu, Om Vyarhita Vyarhitayas Tripyantu. Om Savitri Tripyantu. Om Gayatri Tripyatu. Om Yajna Stripyantu. Om Dyava Pritivyau Tripyatam. Om Antariksam Tripyatu. Om Ahora Trani Tripyantu. Om Samkhya Stripyantu. Om Siddha Stripyantu. Om Samudra Stripyantu. Om Nadyas Tripyantu. Om Girayas Tripyantu. Om Kisitras Adivana Spati Gandharva Pasaras Tripyantu. Om Naga Vayamsi Gavach Sandhya Viprasta Tevyacha Yaksha Raksa Sansi Bhutani Tieva Matani Tripyantu. Next, suspending the sacrificial thread from the neck, perform the Risi Tarpanam. Thus, Om Satar Chinas Tripyantu. Om Madhyamas Tripyantu. Om Gritsa Mada Stripyatu. Om Vishwamitra Stripyantu. Om Vamadeva Stripyantu. Om Atri Stripyatu. Om Bharadvaja Stripyantu. Om Vashishta Stripyantu. Om Praghata Stripyantu. Pavaman Ya Stripyantu. Next, holding the sacrificial thread over the right shoulder and under the left arm, perform the Tarpanam. Thus, Om Sudra Sukta Stripyantu. Om Maha Sukta Stripyantu. Om Sanaka Stripyantu. Om Sananda Stripyantu. Om Sanatana Stripyatu. Om Sanat Kumara Stripyatu. Om Kapila Stripyatu. Om Asuri Stripyatu. Om Voha Listri Vohali Stripyatu. Om Panchasika Stripyatu. Om Sumantu Jai Mini Vesampayana Pela Sutra Bhasya Bharata Maha Bharata Dharma Charya Stripyantu. Om Jananti Vaha Vighargaya Gautama Sakalya Vabravya Mandhavya Mandukya Stripyantu. Om Ghargi Vachaknavi Tripyatu. Om Vadava Pratitye Tripyatu. Om Sulabha Maitriye Tripyatu. Om Kahola Stripyatu. Om Kausitaka Stripyatu. Om Maha Kausitaka Stripyatu. Om Bharadvaja Stripyatu, Om Bhaimga Stripyatu, Om Maha Bhaimga Stripyatu, Om Sujajna Stripyatu, Om Samkhya Yana Stripyatu, Om Atriye Stripyatu, Om Mahe Tariya Stripyatu, Om Vaskala Stripyatu, Om Sakala Stripyatu, Om Sujata Vaktra Stripyatu, Om Auravahi Stripyatu, Om Saujami Stripyatu, Om Saunaka Stripyatu, Om Asvalayana Stripyatu. Let all the other acharyas be satisfied. Om Ye Ki Chasmat Kule Jata Aputra Go Trino Mrita Ti Gri Natu Maya Datam Vas Tran Is Pidi Tu Dakam, saying thus offer water squeeze out of a cloth. O Narada, thus I have spoken to you of the rules of Brahma Yajna. Whoever performs thus the Brahma Yajna gets the fruits of studying all the Vedas, then performing in due order the Visvadeva, Homa, Shraddha, serving the guest and feeding the cows. The devotee is to take his meals during the fifth part of the day along with the other brahmanas. Then the sixth and the seventh parts of the day he is to spend in reading histories and the Puranas. Then the eighth part of the day he is to devote in seeing the relatives, taking with them and receiving visits from other persons. Then he will be prepared to perform the evening sandhya. O Narada, I am now talking of the evening sandhya. Listen, Sri Bhagavati is pleased very quickly with him who performs the evening sandhya. First make the archman and make the vayu air and the body steady. With heart tranquil and with the seat Bada Padmasana, be calm and quiet while engaged in performing the sandhya. At the commencement of all actions prescribed in the Srutis and Smritis, first perform the Sagarbha Pranayama. In other words, recite the mantra mentally for the due number of moments and make the pranayama. Simply meditating is called Agarbha Pranayama. Here no mantra is necessary to be recited. Then have the Bhuta Suddhi, have the purifications of the elements and make the Sankalpa. First of all, the purification of elements, etc. are to be done first. One becomes then entitled to do other actions, while other Puraka, inhaling, Kumbhaka, retaining, and Rechaka, exhaling, in pranayama, meditate on the deity stated duly. In the evening time, meditate on the Bhagavati Sandhya Devi. Thus, the name of the then Gayatri Devi is Saraswati. She is old, of black color, wearing ordinary clothes. In her hands are seen conch shell, disc, club, and lotus. On her feet, the anklets are making sweet tinkling sounds. On her loins, there is the golden thread, decked with various ornaments. She is sitting on Garuda. On her head, the invaluable jewel crown is seen. On her neck, the necklaces of stars. Her forehead is shining with a brilliant lustre, emitting from the pearl and jewel tatamka ornaments. She has put on yellow clothes. Her nature is eternal, knowledge, and ever bliss. She is uttering Samaveda. She resides in the heavens, and daily she goes in the path of the sun. I invoke the Devi from the solar orb. O Narada, meditate on the Devi thus and perform the Sandhya. Then perform the Marjanam by the mantra Apohista, and next by the mantra Agnischa Ma Mayushcha. The remaining actions are the same as before. Next, repeat the Gayatri and offer with a pure heart and the offering of Arghya to the sun for the satisfaction of Narayana. While offering this Arghya, keep the two legs level and similar and take water in folded palms, and meditating on the Devata within the solar orb, throw it towards him. The fool that offers Surya Arghya in the water out of ignorance, disregarding the injunctions of the Shrutis, will have to perform Prayaschita for that sin. Next, worship the sun by the Surya mantra. Then, taking one seat, meditate on the Devi and repeat the Gayatri. 1000 times or 500 times the Gayatri is to be repeated. The worship, etc., in the evening is the same as in the morning. Now I am speaking of the Tarpanam in the evening, Sandhya. Here, Vashishta is the Rishi of the aforesaid Saraswati. Vishnu is the form of Saraswati in the Devata. Gayatri is the Chanda. Its application is in the evening Sandhya Tarpanam. Now the Tarpanam of the Sandhyanga, the adjunct of Sandhya, runs as follows. Om Swaha Purusam Tarpayami, Om Samavedam Tarpayami, Om Surya Mandalam Tarpayami, Om Hiranya Garbham Tarpayami, Om Paramatmanam Tarpayami, Om Saraswatim Tarpayami, Om Deva Mataram Tarpayami, Om Samkritim Tarpayami, Om Vridam Sandhyam Tarpayami, Om Vishnu Rupinim Usasim Tarpayami, Om Nirim Rijim Tarpayami, Om Sarva Siddhi Karinim Tarpayami, Om Sarva Mantra Dhipatikam Tarpayami, Om Bhur Bhuvasva Purusam Tarpayami. And then perform the Vedic Tarpanam. O Narada, thus have been described the rules of the sin-destroying evening Sandhya. By this evening Sandhya, all sorts of pains and afflictions and diseases are removed, and ultimately the moksha is obtained. What more than this, that you should know this Sandhya Bandhanam as the principal thing amongst the good conduct and right ways of living. Therefore, Sri Bhagavati fructifies all the desires of the bhaktas who perform this Sandhya Vandanam. Here ends the 20th chapter of the 11th book on the description of Brahma Yajna, Sandhyas, etc. in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Patra Kali Kapalendra Gakshmash. Om Tuya Mata Chapitatu Bandhus Chacha Sakatu. Shanti Shanti Shanti.